That's annoying. No, I guess legit is bad.
Cheap ass mics are a bad idea.
Yeah. I think so.
I agree with that statement.
The mic on my headset was like super good, and then it randomly died. So I had to go get like this. It's probably like $5 from Future Shop, and I put it around my neck because the headphones still work on this headset.
Right.
So the sound quality is really good, but the mic is not so good. I'm gonna get like an actual mic eventually. Hopefully sooner than later.
An actual mic. That's
Yeah.
lovely. Do you want me to send you one?
Sure.
Alright, well, I'll just go ahead and introduce our player. Spawning in the bottom right, we have the green Protoss, Pyrokami. And in the top right, he is too legit to quit, which is what we were doing last time. I mean, actually, I kind of liked that from, I think it was FS Metalist that was saying that we have the yellow Zerg legit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I tried to split his probes again. It happens every time. If I ever spawn on top of a Protoss, I think I'm just gonna do it. It's not good. Anyway, nothing crazy so far. No 6 kills. Nothing sad that would make, short games or anything like that. So that's good.
Definitely. So, I mean, really, this matchup again on the same map, and it looks like Pyrokami is going for a fast expand. So, what do you think we might see out of this, being a Protoss?
You can't really see it yet. Like I said, that Century Immortal Arlen is really strong on this map, so he might go for something like that. But I could easily see, a long macro game as well, because the third base is easy enough to take on this map, and your opponent, to be aggressive at both bases, your opponent has a farther distance to run than you do, so you can definitely defend your third if you take out these rocks.
Right. So, I mean,
Excuse me.
I think really what I'd like to see out of legit is exactly this. We do see a 14 pull, and we're probably going to see this followed up by a 16 hatch, or maybe a 15 hatch, which we saw last time. I called a 16 hatch. But either way, I mean, just that quick expand out of the Zerg, and then once he realizes, wait a second, the Protoss has expanded, then you quickly go for your
Go for your third.
yeah, you go for your third. So I mean, pretty standard looking out of both players here.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's so hard to like fill time at this point because it's really all it is. This is generally when you talk about what you ate for supper and the weather is where you live, because it's so standard.
Actually, wait. So
Times.
where do you live? Actually, I'm curious.
I am from the amazing country of Canada. I live in Mountain. Where do you live?
I'm from Florida, so.
Florida. Okay. I've actually been to Florida.
The weather's quite nice here.
It's so humid.
So humid.
It's too humid for me. Anyway, I live in Edmonton.
Well, it's too cold for me in Canada. Are you freaking serious?
I'm used to it.
You're
Anyway,
used to it.
I live in Edmonton, which is like the driest city in North America. It has to be.
Wow. I don't know. I've been to some pretty dry places.
Yeah. I'm not serious. It's not actually the driest city.
But we have something to point out here. Double gas going up for legit, and immediate roach warren here.
Yup. He's a cheese, probably.
Probably.
You never know. It is gold, so they could just do something different, like non-standard. So it's not saying it's bad. It's just like they don't always do.
Well, you know what the mentality is of gold, because I know I was in gold at one time, and my mentality was, I want to do something different because it's different stuff that catches people off guard. But the thing is that a lot of people need to realize you kind of need to get your standard stuff down before you can do anything different, because looking back at how I played then, like, what I understood as different was so different than what I know is different now.
See, there's a reason that the standard is standard, and it's because it's consistent. When you do weird stuff like this, like I mean, oh wow, he actually scouted it with that probe anyway. When you do weird stuff like this, it works sometimes really well, and other times it just falls flat on its face.
Well,
And that's the problem.
you start to learn timings and stuff off of standard builds, whereas like you get to learn, you pick up on things like, oh well, I need to be saturated like a little bit more. Like if I were to look at this build as it is right now, then I would say, you know, I could cut out the Evo chamber and put roaches out quicker. I would probably saturate my natural a little more, and then grab, like I would be on 1 gas for a little while, and then saturate my natural a little bit more, then drop down 3 gases at once, so I can pump out more roaches. Of course, this isn't something you can see if you don't know the standard.
Yep. It's just, yeah, I don't know, the standard is what you should play. You should learn it. It will do so much for you if you just learn how to play the standard.
Exactly.
We do see robotics here going down for Protoss, so he's going to play safe. There's actually a photon cannon in his main already, which is a little different.
Is he afraid of mutas?
I don't know. I mean, if mutas were out already, I wouldn't play this game anymore. If it was possible to have mutas this quickly,
quickest muta rush is like 9 minutes though, so.
Yeah.
Or like 8 minutes. Yep.
4 mutas, and he is going for mutas. All right.
Wow.
The cannon is going to be useful.
It is actually a legit fear.
He's just metagaming, bro.
Metagame that shit, bro. Do it.
No worries. The double Evo Spire build. It's good. I've heard of it.
I have it.
No, me neither. It's a little different. He's actually full saturation in his main, so.
Now we do have an observer coming out here from Pyrokami. Pyrokami? I'm just gonna call him Pyro. I'm gonna call him Pyro. So we have an observer coming out here from Pyro, and it's going to fly right past the main, and it's gonna completely skip everything and fly directly to the natural.
He doesn't want to see the tech. I don't know. I think he's probably going to go back and see look at the tech soon. It would definitely help for him to know what's going on. He will be happy about this cannon. That's good.
That's good. He'll be excited. That'll make him excited.
He's got 2 more gateways done, and the gas in his natural is done. He's not saturated it yet.
Okay, so it does look like Pyro is going to move his observer up to the 3rd and then back down to the main to scout out tech. But I wonder if it might be a little too late by that point, because, you know, legit might be able to get mutas out in time.
Yeah, and he's also building roaches, and not mutas at all. What is going on? I'm a little confused. A little bit. Why would you... Alright, you know what? I see it.
What?
He saw the observer, so he's clearly messing with his opponent? I don't know. He's also getting +2 attack, so he clearly wants to do like lots of roaches right now. This fire is just confusing me. That's all.
This is confusing me too. But looking here at the Protoss, we did see the robotics bay go down in 2 gateways, which is not how you want to answer to Spire.
No, I think he.
You don't want the robotics bay against Spire, because Spire counters robotics bay.
I don't know what to say.
We'll see. I guess we'll have to see how it turns out.
Yeah, I guess so. You can actually get a quick Colossus and then do a timing attack against Spire, because they're gonna make lots of links to go with their Spire. But he's been scouting them just lots of roaches and double Evo, so that's not what's happening. I don't know. Maybe maybe somebody told him once. This is what I think it is. Somebody told him once that if you see Spire and he's having trouble with Spire, he's like, you know what? You get 1 Colossus, you go attack, and you win the game. Somebody told him that, and so that's why he's doing this.
Well, we did see a changeling from legit, and it did scout out. I'm pretty sure he was able to see the robotics. So yeah, he's actually looking at it right now, so he can see it with that changeling. But there's an army coming out from Pyro, and it's right there at the natural of legit. Legit can hold this, but he needs the rest of those roaches. He's got roaches sitting up there where he just destroyed the rocks.
He's not got enough sentries for this army. I'd really like to see a couple
Oh, and he might snipe down that sentry. No, it looks like that sentry. Yes, there it goes. The sentry is down, and this is going to destroy any chances of Pyro actually being able to do this. But those roaches up there that were at the rocks need to be pulled into this fight. Now they're getting pulled into the fight, but I don't know. It might be a little too late as the spine has already been killed off.
Yeah.
I mean,
he is going to lose an Immortal here, but it looks like it might be just the one. Roach speed is not done yet, so he can't chase these units down. I mean, that wasn't the worst trade. He did kill some roaches, so, I mean, it's okay. And he did force a bunch of links that do not have speed, so those are pretty much the most useless units ever. Especially since he's already got a Colossus out, and he's also getting range. And making another Immortal, which is a confusing choice, but I mean, Immortals are really good.
Well, we do have speed on the way for both in both Roach and on Zerglings for legit, as charge lots and Colossus range, as well as +1 or +2 weapons, is coming out for Pyro. So Pyro a little bit behind on the upgrades, but you know, with that Colossus out and nothing being made out of, nothing Spire related being made out of legit.
Yeah, you generally don't go double Robo or double Forge in this matchup. You just don't really need it. The attack upgrade is so much better than armor. You can just wait on the armor.
Yeah.
So you do often get behind in upgrades, but you make up for it in things like Sentries and Colossi.
Colossus are so awesome.
Pyro's,
they're just powerful
Pyro's
units.
going to take his third now, which is nice. And Infestation Pit coming up for legit, sorry. So yeah, I don't know, like, why...
I think what legit was going for here, I think what legit is going for here, and we might see it happen, he's probably going to switch up to Broodlords. And so when that Infestation Pit's done, he's probably going to go straight for his Hive. I really think he just wanted to get that Spire out quickly so he didn't have to make it in the Lair Tech... well, not in Lair Tech stage, because he had to make it in Lair Tech stage. But he didn't want to make it... he didn't want to be too late on it, I don't think it is. That's what I think it is.
Alright, I understand that, but he rushed it.
Oh, he definitely did rush it.
Maybe he scouted something that made him not want to do it anymore. That has to be the reason.
I'm not quite sure. I mean, I would have gone full throttle with it. I would have pumped out a really quick Muta, and then some Corruptors, because you know that Protoss is probably going to have Colossus at some point, and even if they don't, then you can quickly switch up to Hive and go directly for Broodlord.
Yep, pretty much. That's really what makes Corruptors so good, is you can overmake Corruptors and then just be like, well, I'm going to make Broodlords anyway, so
right.
I haven't actually overmade anything.
Right, exactly. Now we do have cannons going up, more cannons around Pyro's base, so if one thing he has succeeded in doing, legit has succeeded in psyching out his opponent. So more cannons have dropped because he doesn't want to deal with any kind of air harassment. Of course, we do have...
At the third. These cannons are at the third, so...
Oh yeah, there are cannons at... No, there are cannons at third, there's cannons around the base. Around the main base,
yeah. There are a few, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's different.
And we do have +2 armor coming out for the Protoss, as well as Burrow movement and Hive coming out for legit.
Yeah, I would prefer +3 attack before armor, but maybe he just didn't have the money for it right when he was gonna start the upgrade. So not really a huge deal. Plus armor is actually still good in this matchup. Really helps your zealots and your stalkers just tank more damage. Okay, never mind.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I want to point this out. There is a forward pylon from Pyro that I completely missed, but legit does not quite have vision of it. He's so close to having that vision. So close.
The next time he makes a creep jumper up there, he's gonna see it. But
the thing is that Pyro could take advantage of that. He could push up at the natural, warp in some zealots, and run them into the third.
Yeah, for sure. It could actually be a really big deal if it's not dealt with. And it looks like Pyro is pushing up here. So, he's got 4 Colossi, so that's a pretty strong army against something that really doesn't have anything to deal with that. And the zealots also have charge. And oh dear God, the Zerglings
All the
died.
Zerglings are getting mopped up. A force field's going down, but not quite, not the best force fields. But now this army is up here. He does have the forward pylon. He can warp in more units right there, and looks like he's going to pull to his forward pylon, but he's not going to warp anything in. So that's a little bit interesting. The Roaches are going to come down, and are they going to snipe out the Colossus? That's going to be absolutely huge. One Colossus does fall, but there's 3 more, and the Roaches need to get at them. 1 more goes down. There's 2 more. There's only 2 left. More Roaches and Corruptors being made by this point, but I think it's a little too late. He did not have the Corruptors out in time. More Roaches being streamed down, but I don't know if they'll actually be able to kill this. 1 more Colossus does fall, and there's 1 Colossus left, and the 3 Corruptors are doing their best to kill it, but it looks like the 3rd is completely lost. More Corruptors coming out, and they're going to finally kill off this last Colossus, but there's nothing to stop this small Stalker, Zealot, and Immortal Ball here, as more Roaches are trying to come out, but it just he can't produce fast enough.
Yeah, what happened in that engagement is legit really wanted to kill those Colossi, and he ended up using his Roaches to just target onto them, and the Immortals, you know, there's 4 of them, just murdered everything.
Exactly, and 2 more Immortals are down here in the fight now. So it looks like
really tough.
Pyrokami looking very powerful here as he's pushing up in through the natural. The natural, there goes the natural, and this is GG from Legit.
Yeah, dude, that was a very interesting timing attack. That pylon that was still up played a big role in that win, and also just the fact that